Friendly Fire Attack Tech videos talking about today's tech, hardware, software, overclocking, how-tos, unboxings, and reviews. Brought to you by tech enthusiast Jordan Chesser. Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the greatest overclocking software out there and hardware monitoring software as well. I'm going to start with Prime 95, which basically it stresses your CPU. It puts it at full load and it'll test all your cores, and it just puts a lot under it, and so it just makes sure you are actually stable. Alright, here we go. This is when you open the program, what it comes with flat out is basically what you need to use. Just a blend, test some of everything, lots of RAM tested. It uses a bunch of RAM and it puts your CPU at 100%. So if you have this running, there's not many things you shouldn't be doing that much. So if you look here, right now it looks like it's only running 3 threads. But yeah, it shouldn't be. Okay, but it does these tests, and it just benchmarks. Usually to get a stable, you want to run for, many people suggest many different hours. Some people say 24 hours you got to run this. Personally, I'd say 8 maybe. Personally, that's for me with this system and all that great stuff. So if you look right here under Task Manager, you can see my CPU load is 100 and my physical memory is at 63. Now it's gone down into here, so I just want to go in here and exit. Stop that. So next we've got Hardware Monitor, which is definitely one of my favorite tools of all time. Depending on the things that your motherboard actually reads, it will show you. Sometimes there are things wrong, like I've seen a negative 13 volts on the rail, on the 12 volt rail, which is obviously not true. But generally with these core temps, actually all the time for me, with these core temps they are correct. With the GPU temps, they're always correct. These temperature pins, I know this one is my north bridge, that's probably my south bridge, and that's probably just a system cooler, I'm not sure, but I know that's north bridge for sure. And so here's CPU-IZ. This tells you many things about your CPU, your graphics, your memory, and your motherboard. This tells you the frequency you run at, all these valuable things. So if you got an overclock, you can pop this open and see exactly what frequency you're running at, your multipliers, whatnot. This shows you your main board, your chipset, your south bridge, whatnot. Here's your memory. It tells you about the memory DIMMs, each memory DIMM. I've got all 4 of my memory DIMMs occupied. It tells me about graphics. I've got my low-end graphics card in because I got to get a new power supply before I can put my 5000 series AMD card back in there. So what we've got here is MSI Afterburner, which is for GPU only. It is a fantastic piece of software. You can overclock GPU on the fly, really easy. The best way to overclock GPUs. You can set profiles. I can set this profile right here and hit apply. Immediately applies it and brings my core speed up there. So yeah. Alright, next here we've got a benchmark, which basically this will test, and it'll benchmark your GPU and its potential. You can set all these settings, DirectX, whatnot, how you want it to play, and it'll play, and it just runs very graphic intensive things. Here we've got Crystal Disk Benchmark. This is a good piece of software that will test your speed of your disks in all these different categories. Next we've got here Fraps. This will tell you this will work in any game, any DirectX game for sure. It has never failed in any game, period. But I don't think it ever will. I think it'll always work with every game. But this will tell you you can record video, which is nice, and it can also display your FPS, which is awesome. I love that. I mean, I absolutely love to see my FPS. And it will also do FPS benchmarks. So yes, the recording video is great. Okay, so thank you. I should leave links, if I remember to, leave links to all these downloads in the side, in the bottom bar thing. Actually, Fraps is actually, you gotta pay for it to use the actual recording version of it, but you can use the FPS without actually paying for it legally, yes, of course. So thank you, and I will see you guys later.
I bet you've never seen my face, but I know you will. I don't play games cause I'm so ill. And I got some friends, they be riding to the top with me cause it all depends. It's just about